Welcome back to Where's Lara Now, and you can't tell till I turn around. I'm in the city of Orange, one of my favorite restaurants with one of my favorite daughters. I have two of them. We are at Avila's. It's the El Ranchito Mexican restaurant, formerly known as PJ's Abbey, and formerly the First Baptist Church of Orange, where my grandparents got married. And now we're kind of up the stairs. I'm gonna go. All the way up here. All right, so we are inside and we've ordered. I have been craving chips and salsa. Check out that salsa. I've been craving chips and salsa all week long. I ordered the chingalingas. That is it's a taquito type thing, but it's a pastry instead of corn tortillas or a flour tortilla. And Emerald got a taco combination, and they have Impossible meat here, so that's how they are able to accommodate vegans who like Mexican food. I'm gonna turn you around so I can show you the restaurant. And like I said, it was a church back in the day, and it's a church where my grandparents, Emmy's great-grandparents, were married. I'll insert some pictures from that wedding in this video. So you can kind of see right there. I believe that has been there the entire time this building was, when it was built. And over here, the stained glass. So it's just a beautiful building, and I love it because my family's history is very prevalent in here. And right now it's a little on the slow side because it is a Friday afternoon. Almost, it's not even noon yet. So it's a Friday morning still, but in about an hour or two it'll probably pick up with lunch rush people. Surprise! I'm at home. I did not finish my video at Avila's, but it gave me an opportunity to come home and check my facts, if I can speak properly. So back in 1886 was when the First Baptist Church of Orange was founded. They acquired their own building in 1887 and grew out of that building, purchased property across the street, and that's when the building we were in was built in 1893. It was modified in 1912 to its current style, which is a Queen Anne Gothic style architecture. My grandparents were married there in the late 30s. My mom and her two siblings, my aunt and uncle, grew up in that church, and sometime in the 50s, I believe, it was the 50s, they actually sold that building to another congregation and moved to their last location, which is on Maple and Waverly here in the city of Orange, currently known as Calvary Chapel Old Town. But a little back history on the building itself. Like I said, it was built in 1893, but in 1994, it became a restaurant known as PJ's Abbey. And in 2011, PJ's Abbey closed and sold to Avila's. One of my favorite restaurants here in Orange, partially because my grandparents were married there. My great-grandparents went to church there. It's very significant to my family. I hope you enjoyed some of the photos of my grandparents' wedding day. And there's some pictures of when my mom was younger, and their, I guess you could say, social hall, where they would have like little banquets and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed those photos. I hope you liked this video. Please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate those who already have. Click on the bell so you can get notifications of when I make videos, which are almost daily. There's some gaps in between, but almost daily I do post something. But yeah, adventure is out there, and today it took me to one of my favorite Mexican restaurants with a very familiar past. I almost forgot to say something. Back when Avila's first opened, they served Pepsi, and it was great because I get fountain Pepsi, and then they caved to the Coca-Cola people and added Coke products. But guess what they have? You know, I'm gonna say it. That's right, they have Pib. So I can get Pib there instead of a Coke, which I don't mind Coca-Cola, but I'll take Pib over Coca-Cola any day. But we know I prefer Pepsi. But anyways, yeah, Pib for lunch today. They should sponsor me. Just kidding. Have a nice day.